Hey folks, here once again. Hope you enjoyed my rant on "We Wish You Turtles Christmas." I'm back with the way, guys. Sorry. Welcome back to another Christmas review. Now, if you're new to my channel, or well, this is my new channel, by the way. Yeah. Thank you for the 123 subs. Keep on subscribing, guys. But on my other channel, guys, every December, what I do is I do a Christmas review every December. I did a couple of them when I started out back in almost 10 years ago, I think. Back in 2014, I did a couple movies, but this is my new channel. Remember to subscribe to this one, the mass profile picture. Now, I did add the playlist for Christmas reviews, which you can see here. Yep. And yeah, some of those are my older channel, but last year I reviewed Beauty and the Beast of the Enchanted Christmas. So this year, yeah, just remember check those out, guys. But I like doing Christmas review every year. Well, if I do Halloween reviews as well, but I gotta do like a franchise out of it because I can't just review one Halloween movie. I do have some Halloween based horror movies that are franchises, and well, you gotta review that for the month of October. And the Christmas review, to me, it's always been the best time to do a Christmas review. Hope y'all like my Home Alone shirt, Home Alone shirt, yeah, with Kevin, Harry, and Marvel on two sides. Still a Christmas classic, yeah. And this is definitely a holiday classic. This is definitely one of the best Christmas movies I think ever made. One of my favorite Christmas films of all time. Needs no introduction. That is the 1989 Christmas comedy classic, holiday classic, excuse me, starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and Randy Quaid, and that is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Yes, love this movie. It is a holiday classic. It's always a joy to watch. It's always an enjoyable film to watch. If you're looking for a good Christmas movie to watch around the holidays, then definitely watch this. I would also recommend Home Alone 1 and 2, just the first two Home Alone movies. I recommend Elf, Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. The first two Santa Claus movies, avoid Santa Claus 3. I had the pleasure of kind of watching parts of that on Thanksgiving Day, and I'm like, I don't know why they had put that shitty film on, but I understand everything's a fan about it. But I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving still. By the way, now we're in the month of Christmas time. Yeah. But yeah, and Scrooge with Bill Murray, and It's a Wonderful Life if you want to consider that a Christmas film. But yeah, there's a lot of other movies I'd recommend as well. Santa Claus was turned 30 this year, definitely, and Santa Claus 2. That's a fun sequel. But National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, classic movie. Um, this is the third film in the vacation film. So now I've seen all the movies, uh, including the new one. I didn't care for the new one, but I would say the best ones are National Lampoon's Vacation, the first one that came out in 1983, and then I would say National Lampoon's. This is the second best one, in my opinion. I didn't care about European Vacation. I wasn't a fan of that, but that's just me personally. I didn't care for that movie. Um, Vegas Vacation was all right. That came out in the late 90s, 1997. And the Vacation movie from 2015. I guess they made some Christmas Vacation too, which I've never seen that. I guess they don't consider. Okay, I don't know, but anyway, Vacation from 2015. Yeah, Chevy Chase. They have more like cameos in that. It's a little funny, but that movie sucks. I think there's only one scene that was hilarious in that movie. Yeah. If I had to pick from best to worst from vacation movies, I pick the first one, of course, Christmas Vacation. Uh, then I would say Vegas Vacation, European Vacation, and then Vacation for 2015. If I had to do a ranking of them, you know. But yeah. And this film came out in 1989. This is 35 years old. This, it was released on I think December 1st. So yeah, this past was it Sunday? It turned 35. Yeah. And this movie came out with a year like you have Batman, Tim Burton's Batman that came out this year. You had many sequels that came out that year. You had Back to the Future Part 2, Karate Kid Part 3, uh, Ghostbusters 2, Lethal Weapon 2, uh, I think Friday 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Sorry, Jason Takes Manhattan. Or more like a boat ride in Manhattan. But anyway, not about that movie. But I think there was some other sequels too. But Batman '89 was the biggest one that year. But this did do well at the box office, I believe, because that was June and this came out in December. So the box office had no effect on that in this movie at the time, I'm sure. For development and writing of the film, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation originated from a short story by writer John Hughes called Christmas '59. which was published on the December 1980 issue of the National Lampoon magazine. The studio came to me and begged for another one, and I only agreed because I had a good story to base on it. He said he was, but those movies have become little more than Chevy Chase vehicles. Director Chris Columbus initially was set to direct the film. Now he did work with John Hughes because he directed Home Alone 1 and 2, which John Hughes written. If you know John Hughes, if you guys ever heard of him, he's written many classic movies like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Uncle Buck, you know, The Great Outdoors. He's worked on Home Alone, and he wrote the script for movies like Flubber, The 100 Dalmatians remake from 1996, and Baby's Day Out. He wrote the script for those movies. And unfortunately, Home Alone 3. Yeah. Yeah, that sucked. Chris Columbus, like I said, he's worked on some movies himself. I think, let's see. Okay, yeah, he did work on The Goonies, but as a writer. He was a writer on Gremlins, Goonies, and virtually, his directing break was Home Alone 1 and 2, but he didn't get to direct this movie, and Mrs. Doubtfire, and Bicentennial Man. So yeah, he's worked with Robin Williams. So good director. But due to a clash between himself and Chase, which I don't know if there was issues behind the set. I don't know about that. Columbus left the film and was replaced by Chuck. Hughes eventually gave Columbus the script to Home Alone. Principal photography began on March 27, 1989, in Summit County with footage shot in Silverthorne, Brookridge, and Frisco. From the production moved to Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank, California, where the set of the Criswell's family house and street is located. Filming wrapped on June 30th, 1989. The music score for the film is the only song of the vacation film series that does not include the Holiday Road song, but they include Christmas songs like Mavis Staples does the Christmas Vacation, the opening song of the movie. Yeah, Bing Crosby. They had some Christmas music, of course. Yeah, for the movie. The film has been released on home video several different times, VHS and Laserdisc. On DVD special edition, I got the Blu-ray of it, but you get commentary by Randy Quaid, Beverly D'Angelo, and the director, and Marion Flynn, yeah, and the trailer. Just a commentary, and that's it. Well, yeah, not much for special features, which sucks. We should see like a making of it. Definitely deserves that. In pop culture, in 2012, Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and Juliette Lewis reunited for Christmas Vacation themed for Old Navy. The series of ads were all featured in the other. That was in 2012. The other editors portrayed past versions of Russ and Audrey. Chase and D'Angelo responded to the roles as Clark and Ellen in a Ford commercial for the Ford Mustang match, spoofing the house lightning scene. The movie has inspired the theme for Christmas lights decoration displays over the years. I wanted to read some information. Let's see. Let's see. If I can find it here. Let's see. Oh, come on. This is a website I look up on Facebook. They do pictures for movies and stuff. And like fun facts about the movie. Okay, here it is. Fun facts. Just reading it. This is like World of Retrospect on World of Retro Pop Culture on Facebook. If you're a fan of film like I am, then definitely follow them. But anyway, fun facts. After failing to get the Christmas lights to work one last time, Clark Griswold takes his frustration out on the plastic decorations in the front yard. See when he can't get the lights to work, he's getting mad. He's punching it. He's kicking the Santa Claus and the elves. And not the elves, fucking reindeer, yeah. Chevy Chase actually broke his pinky finger while punching Santa Claus. He resorts to kicking and clubbing the directions after that. The film kept rolling and the take was used. Beverly D'Angelo improvised grabbing Chevy Chase's crotch when the SWAT team holds them up at the house. She later says she did it only one take, on the off chance it could make the film's final cut, which is what happened. So just a little for some fun facts for you there. It's always interesting to read that. Mm, yeah. But anyway, it's based. We already said that. The film performed well at the box office, grossing $73.3 million against a $25 million budget. Generally got mixed reviews from critics, though. I guess, but it is later it became seen as today. It is considered a Christmas classic, I believe. Yeah. Oh yeah. Roger Ebert gave this film 2 out of 5 stars, saying the movie is curious in how close it comes to delivering its material. Sequels can contain all the necessary material, be all the well toward a payoff, and then somehow it doesn't work. I disagree. It does work. I don't know what the critics were thinking at the time of it. I thought it was classic. I mean, it's better than European Vacation. I didn't find that film funny at all. I didn't like most of the casting for for Audrey and Rusty in those movies, but I like him in here. But for the cast of the movie, of course, you have Chevy Chase as Clark Griswold. And Chevy Chase, you probably know him from Saturday Night Live, saying things like, "I'm Chevy Chase and you're not." I think that's how he became famous. He was in Caddyshack in the sequel. In the other vacation movies, he's in Fletch, A Heavenly Dog, Three Amigos, The Chevy Chase Show. Yeah, Nothing But Trouble. I think that was with the late John Candy. He was in that, starting that with The Christmas Letter. Yeah, River D'Angelo. I think she had a small bit of part in Pacific Heights with Michael Keaton. American History X, she was in that. She was in another Christmas movie, but it's more like a Die Hard kind of movie. It was called Violent Night. Yeah, Lightning Jack. She was in that with a I forget the guy's name, but Paul Hogan. Okay, yeah. Juliette Lewis as Audrey Griswold. Audrey was previously portrayed by Dana Farron and Dana Hill in the last 2 films. Juliette Lewis, though, probably seen her. Hold on. Yeah, you've probably seen her in movies like, if you remember from Dusk Till Dawn with George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino and Harvey Keitel. She was in that. She was in Cape Fear. Yeah, Strange Days. I think she was in Starsky and Hutch 2004. But I would say she's definitely a beautiful lady. Yeah. Cape Fear. She's definitely a beautiful lady. She was in Natural Born Killers. Mixed Nuts. The Basketball Diaries from Dusk Till Dawn. I already mentioned that. Yeah, I'm trying to think about it. It was in the 90s, I think. Was eating. Okay. What's Eating Gilbert Grape with Johnny Depp? Yeah. Okay. And Johnny Cluck. Cluck. Yeah. As Rusty. He's portrayed by Anthony Michael Hall and Jason Lively in the previous 2 movies. Let's see, he's done the other movies. Suicide Kings. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Oh yeah, I remember him in that. Yeah, he was a. Let me see. Let's see. I think his character's name was Ben or something like that. Not Ben. I can't. I just have to look at it. Max. That's what his character's name was. The one that has the hot for Jennifer Love Hewitt in that movie. He was in Bean. Yeah. Oh, he played Jeremy in the movie Hancock. So he did a superhero movie too. So yeah. Reviewed that a couple good days ago. John Randolph as Clark Griswold Sr., Clark's father. Sadly passed away back in 2004. I don't know if I've seen him in any movies. Sorry. But he was in You Got Mail with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. Hmm. King Kong, the 1976 movie. Dinah Led as Nora Osborne Clark's mother. She was in Ghost of Mississippi, Primary Colors, 28 Days. Joy from 2015. E.J. Marshall as Arthur Art Smith, Ellen's father. Never heard that actor's name before. Yeah, he passed away too, but back in 1998. He's in 12 Angry Men. A couple of good amount of movies. Okay, yeah, he was in Superman 2, the Richard Donner. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, yeah, he was. Okay, yeah, he was in Superman 2, the original, the Richard Donner. Yeah, the President of the United States. I remember him in that. Yeah. Yeah. Doris Roberts, the late Doris Roberts, President Smith. I think y'all should know her. She was in a TV show called. Oh God, damn show's called. Everybody Loves Raymond, and Everybody Loves Raymond, and I think she was in the movie. Adam Sandler produced movie. What was made by his company, Grandma's Boy, and she was in a yeah. She said that passed away back in 2016. She's also in Medea's Witness of Protection movie, working with Tyler Perry. Remember Flynn as Katherine Johnson? He did some voice work for the Land Before Time movies. And Randy Quaid as cousin Eddie. Yeah, he was in the other vacation movies. I don't think he was in European. I don't know if he was in that one. But I just remember him in he was in Independence Day. Hi boys, I'm back. Yeah, I remember him in that movie. Yeah, I saw him this year. I didn't get to meet him, but when I lived in Georgia back in February, he was at the Atlanta Comic Con. I didn't get to meet him, unfortunately. He was in the paper with Michael Keaton, Kingpin, Cody Berger as Rocky Johnson, the son of Eddie and Catherine. He was in Very Young. He had an appearance in Home Improvement and Mel Gibson's movie Forever Young and Heavyweights. Helen Hayden Losnu as Ruby. William Hickey as Uncle Lewis. He did voice work for Tim Burton. He voiced Dr. Frankenstein in uh, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Mary Quisto as Aunt Bethany. Okay, this one was the voice of Betty Boop. I think yeah, from what I heard, I think one of this movie might have been her last acting job. Sam McCurry as Bill, close coworker. I remember him in the TV show Freaks and Geeks. He was in The King of Queens and Late Plasket 2 with John Scheidner. And Adam's Family Values, he was in that. Good actor. Julia Louis Dreyfus as Margot Chester. You'll probably know her from Seinfeld. I think she did the Drew Carey movie, direct movie Geppetto. And I think she voiced Princess Ada. I said, no, I'm right on this one. Come on, come on. Yeah, she voiced Princess Ada in A Bug's Life. Love that movie. And she did work with Pixar again in Onward, voicing the mother in that movie. She made a cameo in Black Widow and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And now she'll be in Thunderbolts, I guess. New suit Marvel movie then coming out next year. But Nicholas Guest as Todd Chester. He did some voice work for Batman Beyond Godzilla, the series, I guess animated series, the Mummy series, Justice League. Brian Doyle Murphy as Frank Shirley, Clark's boss. He's the brother of Bill Murray. He was in Scrooge the year before. He was in Caddyshack, Ghostbusters 2, and Groundhog Day, and The Three Stooges from 2012. Natalie Notch as Helen Shirley. She was in Star Trek: This Generation, Star Trek: Deep Space Nine, Dynasty. Yeah. Doug Loren as the voice of the parade announcer, and Nicholas Scores as Mary, the sales clerk, uncredited. The film is directed by Jeremiah S. Clark. First include Benny and Joan. I think that starred Johnny Depp. The Avengers from 1998, not the 2012 superhero movie. Diabolical. It seems that he just directed, which is sad. He should direct more movies. He's a good director. John Hughes did, wrote the script for the movie and he did a good job. Yeah, yeah, and oh yeah, he also wrote, Mr. Mom with Michael Keaton, Pretty in Pink, produced by John Hughes and Tom Jacobson. Cinematography is by Thomas E. Hagerman. Films like Moonwalker, Dennis the Menace, Baby's Day Out, Jumanji, George of the Jungle. He was a cinematographer on films like Dennis the Menace, Baby's Day Out, Jumanji, George of the Jungle. Sorry, Snow Dogs, Dickie Roberts, former child star, Scary Movie 4, The Benchwarmers. It's edited by Gerald B. Greenberg. He's edited the movies like The Taken and Film 1, 2, and 3. I guess the original one from 1974 that stars Robert Shaw. Apocalypse Now, Kramer vs. Kramer, Scarface, Christmas Vacation, Awakenings, starring late Robin Williams and Inspector Gadget, School Ties. The music is by Angelo Balotti. I can't say that right. But like he's a music for the City of Lost Children, Holy Smoke, Very Long Engagement. Production company Hughes Entertainment. It's distributed by Warner Brothers Entertainment. By Warner Brothers, sorry. It was released on December 1st, 1989. It's 97 minutes long. Budget was $25 million, and the box office made $73.3 million worldwide. Now, at the time, that it was a hit when it came out. It did make money. Just got mixed reviews from critics. Sorry for being so long, guys. But anyway, give me the plot synopsis of what the movie's about, for those that don't know, I guess. And if you've never seen Christmas Vacation, don't watch this review, because don't spoil it for yourself. But anyway, the story is, though, for this movie is that as the holidays approach, Clark Griswold and his family, they want to have he wants to have a family Christmas, a perfect family Christmas. So he pesters his wife Helen, played by Beverly D'Angelo, and his children as he tries to make sure everything is in line, including the tree and house decorations. However, things go very, very quickly. His family shows up. His parents, Helen's parents, show up. The family shows up. His hit cousin Eddie, shows up, and his family show up and unplanned and start living in the camper and on the Griswold property. Even worse, Clark's employers renege on the holiday bonus he needs, so he gets his bonus anyway. So at first everything starts but everything gets worse. It becomes chaos, and that's pretty much the plot in nutshell for you. This Clark trying to throw the perfect Christmas, the whole family, cousin Eddie going in, and his bonus getting ruined, and him just going crazy. But it's only 1 hour 37 minutes. But the whole movie is really good by a good pace, and it's very entertaining all the way through. It'll make you laugh your head off, definitely. Yeah. But anyway, I'll talk about the movie itself and give my final opinion. I won't be here all night, so well, I got all night. What I'm talking about. I'll be able to see me while cheer up a little bit if I need to. But so National Lampoon's Vacation. Okay. So I like the movie's opening title. You got the Christmas Vacation by Marva Staple going on. You got Christmas Vacation. There's no bro Christmas Vacation. I forget some of the words. Christmas Vacation, Christmas Vacation. Just fun to listen to. Then you get the opening. Christmas is only a few weeks away. Clark decides to get a Christmas tree. So he gathers his wife and kids are singing the holiday song, and his kids don't want to sing it, and Clark just having fun. They're singing a Christmas song. Some asshole was on the back, riding his tail. He's like, Clark, just slow down past him. Like, honey, will you let me drive? Clark goes like real close to him. I was like, look, hey kids, look this way. What is that? Oh, gives him the finger. But then a big truck comes, eight wheeler, an 18-wheeler truck comes by. It's got logs on it, and they go on the logs. And Helen's praying, Clark, I don't want to spend the holidays dead, so will you please just calm down? Sorry about the mess. The holidays dead, so will you please just calm the heck down? And she's like, Lord, forgive my husband for not know what he does. Forgive our souls. I thought that was funny. He gets out of it. They nearly wreck, and they get the Christmas tree. Audrey freezes up, and like, even Clark's like, this is the great family trio. His tongue is frozen up, and this tree is so big that he fits in and has like welcome to the Griswold family Christmas tree, and really breaks the window. It's just like sideways like this. And it's like perfect. And Helen and him were talking about the family. It's like, well, you do realize that our families aren't barely getting along. Well, honey, it's Christmas. They're not strangers. He gets like her hair. His fingers are sticky. He like sticks to his wife's hair. His fingers are stuck on her hair. That was funny. Next day, he's on Christmas shopping. He sees his ladies try to do, the stuff Clark he finds attractive, and Clark is, and really talk. He's like, oh, I like bosoms. I mean, bosoms. Great Hooters sure he can barely talk. He's shy. No, he's getting shy around this beautiful. He's like, it is hot in here. Well, it's cold. We got a jacket on. Yeah. And she's showing him, like where she puts her underwear on. And there's like, do you see that, Dad? You see that, Rusty? He's like, oh, I see it. He's like, Rusty. And he seems talking to his boss, Brian Don Murphy, who's like the owner of this company. Him and Sam, that I forgot to mention his name. So, are you gonna get your bonus this year? And he tells him, boy, he wants to open up. You know, he wants to get a pool, like a big family pool. Yeah, and the funny thing about the tree is that they have to uproot the tree. They have to grab it out of there because he forgot the saw. So I guess if you're gonna go Christmas tree, you had to have a saw to take it down. Like you can't do it out of right. Yeah, and Clark's just talking to Brian Don Murphy. Bill Murray's brother who plays the boss. He can't. He says he calls him Bill or whatever, something like that. And he's like, "Thank you, sir, for the extra bonus. I need this paper done or whatever." And Clark's like, "Oh, yes, sir. I already get that done." And he's like, "Thank you for what you sent with the holiday." The company says like, "Oh, you're welcome, Griswold. Just get that done." It's like, "Yes, sir." It's like, "Merry Christmas, sir. Merry Christmas." It's my ass. He kisses his ass. Kiss his ass. Merry Christmas. Kiss his ass. Huh. Yeah. But Clark wants a big family Christmas. A little later, though, the family does arrive to spend Christmas. Giving Rusty gets a kiss on the cheek, saying hey. Uh, Clark remains, he wants to have a fun old fashioned Christmas. He tries to put lights up. You got Julie Dreyfus from Seinfeld and her husband, not in real life, but in the movie, they look like Griswold. And I like it when he comes out of the garage with like a Jason Hockey mask on. He's like, "We're gonna put that tree, Griswold." He's like, "Up here, bend over and I'll show you." He's like, "You have some nerve talking about that. I wasn't talking to you." And he's talking to Julie Dreyfus. And they just think, "Oh my God, those people are crazy." And then he's putting the lights up. I think he puts the light the wrong way. He looks down, and then it just puts him down, and he gets his finger stuck because he's trying to use a nail gun to stick the lights up. Like these are a bunch of these are like 1,000 something Christmas lights he's trying to put up on the darn thing. And um, Rusty brings up the toy reindeer. He's like, just put them on the lawn there, son. He just make sure we count every piece. And he's trying to count every piece, and he falls to the ground, which is funny. Well, hanging on like to the ladder, whatever. Just trying to hang on for dear life. Eventually, he gets the Christmas tree going. He's like, "Family, let's go. This is gonna be the greatest Clark Griswold family ever." He's like, "I can't believe I'm in my pajamas out here. And he's like, "If they knew. And Helen's dad, who doesn't like Clark, is like, "Well, if they knew your father, they knew how lunatic he is." I'm like, you know, anybody who, And Clark's like, and there's a just like this like drum roll, please. Oh, Christmas tree. It doesn't work. It's like, I don't understand. And he spends the whole night working on it. Clark gets up the next morning to go up in the attic. I guess to put some trees up. I mean, put some more, get some gifts out or whatever. Yeah. But Doris Roberts comes over. She's like, "What is that? It's cold." And she sees the ladder hanging out in the attic, and she closes the attic, and he's in it, and he's getting hit in the faces by boards, and it's too little late. They're about ready to leave, and then Helen's father's like, "No, I want to go. I'm hungry." Clark's got his own car. He can drive himself. The family car. He can just drive that. And he's trying to say Helen. So instead, he's putting some more stuff on. He's watching some. He finds his old videos. He's watching these reels, like old reels of his family when he was a kid, just sitting there crying and watching. Eventually, Helen opens the door of the attic and he falls down. Yeah. But that night, Clark continues to work on the lights, and he's like, "I just don't understand why this work. I checked every light bulb. Was like, would you make sure it's plugged up?" And his mom turns the lights on, and Helen sees it like, but Clark's not paying attention to it, and Clark tries to do it again. It's like this, damn it, and start cussing and start hitting the thing, kicks the reindeer, kicks the Santa Claus across the yard until Helen turns it on. He's like, "Come on," turns on. He's like, and they're all happy. And they're like, "Yay!" And cousin Eddie shows up. "Hey, Clark, glad you're here." You know, he's like, Eddie, yeah, hey, Clark. You know, you mind if we spend some Christmas? They're like, "Well, we got plenty of room." You know, and cousin Eddie's there, and he's like, "I really thought about their kids." You know, one of the kids that's got fungus and a dog named Snot. Snot, roll over. You can take Clark. You rub his belly. That dog will love you for dear life, all your life. And the dog wants him to hug, and Clark is standing there amazed by, I guess, the lights and stuff, and like little shot to Eddie's there. Him and Eddie are just talk casually, and he doesn't like Eddie being there. Eddie destroys one piece of the house. The dog is drinking water from the tree. He's like, "I don't want your dog doing that." And he's like, "That's okay." And he's like, talks about his kids. He's like, "You want me to drive you anywhere tomorrow? Drive you to the middle of nowhere and leave you for dead?" Under his breath while they're drinking eggnog. Yeah. Yeah. Later that night, Clark is just, waiting, talk to his coworker at work and says, "Did you get your bonus yet?" Well, my son said something came in. And he's like, "Don't worry, it'll come." And he's just really wanting that bonus. Clark goes home just to stay the night. And he imagines what's post what he sees the family, cousin Eddie drinking water. I forgot to mention though. Sorry, I go with every my reviews. I'm sorry. It's just my mind and stuff is not the best in the world. My working for boy. I'm just kidding. But anyway, um, he's cleaning out the shitter. You see him just in his bathrobe. He's like, "I love what cousin Eddie doing to the yard." And he's like, "I cleaning out the shitter. Merry Christmas, cleaning out the shitter." And then just having a drink, and smoke. Excuse me. If ladies are watching this video, I'm sorry if that disgusted you. But if you believe me, cousin Eddie can be disgusting, especially cleaning out the shitter. But like I said, Clark is looking out the window. He's imagining the family. I stuff with Eddie. And he imagines that woman, the sales clerk that he's attracted to. Fantasizes about her taking off her bathing suit. But before we come out, little girl Ruby sees him was like, "Santa Claus? Santa Claus." He's like, "What? No, you scared me." He's like, "No, honey, I'm not Santa Claus." And they talk about Santa Claus. "Well, I'm sure Santa's going to be real, honey." And you figure out that Eddie lost his job. He hasn't worked for 7 years, and they decide that they want to help them with the Christmas gift for the kids, just to do another kindness for their own family. And he's like, he goes to Eddie about it. I like Eddie's like getting 3 or 4 or 5 pounds of dog bags for Snot, and he's like, "We like to help you out, Eddie." He's like, "Clark, oh, that's the list there. If you can get everything, if I'll get some for you too." They appreciate it. He even tries to give a present to his boss. He's like, oh, Griswold, just let's put it over there. He's like, he's like, this over he's like, just start talking to him. He's like, I'm busy here, Griswold, and he's talking on the phone, which I thought was funny. And then you have the lady who voices Betty Boop and that actor, and their cousin's coming over. And the lady that voiced Betty Boop, like, she's an old lady. She's like, Clock, are you and Helen still dating? Is Rusty in the army yet? And you find out you hear something in the bag, and the present, she's like, she wrapped up her damn cat. The cat's like, meow. And wraps it though. And Eddie's wife makes the dinner. Sorry, I forgot to mention, there's also a scene where he's rides on the sled, he goes sliding on the snow, but he goes way too fast. He goes across the woods, Walmart, and all that, and it's funny. Eddie wants, but they get ready. Said this is gonna be a good family Christmas. They decided to do prayer. They let the lady voice Betty Boop do it, and she's like, "I pledge allegiance to the flag," and they all do it. And Eddie, I thought it was funny when Eddie stands up and just puts his hand on his heart, and they start doing the pledge of allegiance, and he makes it, but the turkey is like too hard to eat, so everybody's like this, you know, you know, can't really eat it. The cat attacks the tree, gets killed, and they have to hide it from Betty Boop. Yeah, but the dog eats out of the trash, and one of his cousins, one of his uncle was getting on his nerves. He's like, keeps it up, this one's gonna be his last Christmas. And despite all the chaos happening, though, he finally gets his bonus, and this guy's like, sorry, I forgot about it, sorry. And he says, Merry Christmas, and closes out, Merry Christmas, and then he's like, with this, I'm gonna be a pulled. They're like, ah, and it's just it is not money or anything. It's not. It's a membership for the Jelly of the Month Club, and close like this. If I had it in my hair, I wish I had my hair right now. Maybe I'll read some quotes from it later because that later. I'll practice that later. But if I get to read a quote from it, but he gets mad about it. Eddie takes that literally, so Eddie goes kidnaps him. The family ends up getting a squirrel in the house because you know Clark went crazy and just no 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 buried it down. You know the neighbor lady, they get tired of him. Julie Dreyfus and her husband, they get lights flashed in their face. Stuff is breaking in their house because of that. And Clark breaks their window, and they're just tired of it. And she's like, "You better get man and go slug him in the face. I can't just punch somebody like then I'll be man enough to do it." Before she can do it though, the squirrel's chasing, and they see the squirrel's like, "Mom, don't move! Mom, don't move!" And the squirrel's like, "Is like," and Clark's like, "Where's Eddie? He usually eats these goddamn things." He's like, "I'm gonna take the squirrel, put it in the coat, smack it with a hammer," and the squirrel's like passes out. And this squirrel gets over. Julie Driver tries to knock on the door, and squirrel jumps on her, and so this Snot, the dog jumps on her. She goes to her husband, back to her husband, and punches him out. And they said that he's just losing it too much. He's like, we're gonna have a great freaking Christmas. So Santa Claus and his jolly white ass up there, fat ass down here, we're gonna have our one fucking great Christmas. He is nearly swearing though, by the way. Even though this film is PG-13, there is swearing sometimes. But his father talks to him was like, you shouldn't have acted like that, son. I know it's hard. It's hard, son, to deal with all this. But we love you, okay? And his dad talks him out of it, talks him to Clark to calm down, and gives his dad a hug. He's like, Dad, would you want to help me with the Christmas? Read the book, read the Christmas story. He's like, I'm retired. And he reads the Christmas story. It's a nice family with that. The meaning of Christmas is not the gifts and the food you bring. It's just about spending time with family. And meanwhile, Cousin Eddie does kidnap his boss. Brian Doble Murphy kidnaps him and brings him to the house. He's like, here you go, Clark, Merry Christmas. He's like, Eddie? He's like, Griswold, you are fired for this. He's like, I've been with the company 17 years, sir, and you do this to me, and you've wrote over bonuses, and people are like, they're all looking at him like he's a jerk. And Brian Doble was like, Sipper looking at him feels bad. It's like, okay, you know what? I'll rehire you. I'll give you an extra good bonus, an extra bonus. And he's like, but meanwhile, Brian Doyle's Murphy wife in the movie, of course, Paul, she calls the police and the SWAT team come over. They bring Julie Dreyfus' house. She's like, if you want to come in the door, you got to break that goddamn door, and they do. And the SWAT breaks in the windows. And, oh, and that's where she grabs Kevy's crotch. But Frank, uh, trying him over to realize what he's doing is wrong. He offers him bonuses, and he's like, and this is sorry. The reviewer's like, I changed my mind that he's being selfish. He's at 20% of his salary. The family head outside with Rocky and Ruby. They believe they're seeing Santa Claus, but it's a Christmas, and he tells them what trimming, means something to everybody. And Uncle, whatever his name is, I forget. Sorry, Uncle Lewis tosses a match. Aunt Bethany, tosses a match at the shitter and it blows up. Aunt Bethany starts singing this, starts running around. Oh, say, can you sing? Everybody sings it, and even the cops, the SWAT team, start singing it. They'll have together SWAT, and the reindeers start running, flying to there like Santa's flying. Yeah, and the family realizes that they had a good Christmas here. This is the best Christmas they have, and Clark and Ellen, she calls him Sparky, and they share you share a kiss, and he just looks up at the end at the sky and it says the end. And the dog begging a bit for stop begging him to pet him, and then that's the end of the movie. And then that's the end of the film, and that's Christmas Vacation for you. So still a holiday classic. Yeah, but it's only 97 minutes long. Now, let me before I let's see. Well, I'm gonna park the cars and get the luggage, and I'll be outside the season. Okay, this is where he does it, folks. This is where Clark, hey, if any of you are looking for any last minute gift ideas for me, I have one. I like Frank Shirley, my boss, right here tonight. I want him brought him from his happy holiday slumber over there on Medley Lane with all the rich people, and I want him brought right here with a ribbon on his head, and I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, fork flushing, low life, snake licking, dirt rat, dirt reading, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood sucking dog, pissing, brainless, dickless, heartless, fat ass, bug eyed, stiff legged, sorry, spotty lipped, warm, heavy sack of monkey shit that he is. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol? Hope I did good there, folks. But that is just a great line, dollar. Going for a new amateur settle in speedbreaker. Clark W. Griswold Jr. Remember, don't try this at home, kids. I'm a professional later, dudes. This is great. It's great. I'm dead. I did it. I did it. If that thing has 9 lives, he just spent them all. That right there's an RV I've got. If my buddy of mine, he took my house. I took the RV. I don't know if I go selling down there. I'm just reading some quotes from, Cousin Eddie. Nothing between the ground and my brain but a piece of government plastic. Yeah, I got the daughter with the clinic getting carried off the wild turkey, and the little boy, bless his soul, was preparing for his career. Clark, I like to fumigate that their share is a good quality item. If you don't mind me asking, how much did she set back? Clark, Archie's frozen in the waist down. That's all part of the experience, honey. Hey, Grizzle, where do you think you're going to put a tree like that big? Bend over and I'll show you. You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, Grizzle. I was talking to you. You set standards that no family activity can live up. When I have ever done that? Parties, weddings, anniversaries. Can I show you something? Oh yeah, I was just smiling. I was just blouse browsing. For your wife? From your girlfriend? Oh no, what happened? Oh he. It wouldn't be the Christmas shopping season if the stores were in less hooter than they hotter than they are. Woo, it's warmer here, isn't it? You have a coat on. Yes, I do. How'd that happen? Because it's cold outside? Yes. It's a bit nipply outside. I mean, nippy out. What I mean saying nipple. There is no nipple in the air, though. That's the reason to be merry. That's my name. No shit. Do you sleep with your brother? Do you know how sick and twisted that is? Well, I'm sleeping with your father. Don't be so dramatic. I have nightmares about what he does in the bed when I'm not lying right next to him. I would say something had to break the window, something had to hit the stereo. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop reading quotes there, but a lot of funny good quotes in this movie. But I'm gonna give my final opinion on on this movie. Sorry, got my hair done with the baddest video, but anyway. But National Lampoon's Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and Randy Quaid. This is a classic movie. I love this movie. I can't think of any problems I have with it. Nothing. I can't think about it. It's a very enjoyable movie. Like I said, it's probably my favorite vacation movie. It's one of my yeah. I'll go ahead and say my favorite vacation movie. While the original one is the best, I do think it's better than European. I think it's a lot better than that. And the new one from 2015, I do think it's better than Vegas Vacation, which came after the Vegas Vacation's all right in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't like that one. I think it's an all right movie, you know. But I do think it had a good story. I like how they're trying to set up Christmas. He's trying to set up the perfect family Christmas, and it's funny things going with the squirrel, with the cat, with the dog. A lot of that's funny. A lot of the humor works. It's a hilarious movie. It'll really make you laugh. You know, it's just a good comedy. It's a good Christmas. It's a feel good Christmas comedy. It's a Christmas comedy classic. You know, it's one of the best Christmas films I think out there ever made. If you want to watch one Christmas movie this year, definitely watch this. I just recommend if you want to watch Christmas movies around this month of December, and you're looking, for Christmas movies to watch, I highly recommend this film. You won't regret it. It's very enjoyable. Buy it on DVD, Blu-ray, like I did. Just buy it. Trust me, it's worth the money. Up at the director and the writing, Jeremy Chick. I can't say the director's name right, but he did a great job directing. John Hughes did a great job writing. I think the cinematography, editing, and the music score. I do love that Christmas Vacation song. Uh, the cast, Chevy Chase is great. Beverly D'Angelo, Juliette Lewis, I think is good. E.J. Marshall, great. Diane Ladd, Randy Quaid. Some of the those folks the older folks they have in here that have passed away now, they've done really they've done a great job in my opinion in this film. Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo are always great. They're always and Randy Quaid. They're basically the main stars of because they've probably the only people that have done all these four movies. Well, I don't think Randy Quaid was in the second movie. I don't remember him being in the second movie. Maybe it was, but I just remember him in this movie, the first one, and the fourth movie too, Vegas Vacation. But I don't think he was in it. But Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, they I think done all the vacation movies from since 1983. I've been doing them, starring in them, even in the 2015 remake, reboot, whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever. Yeah, but still, very entertaining movie. 97 minutes long, goes by at a good pace. When they do add special effects on the movie, special effects, it's good. Uh, you know, it's a well shot cinematography movie. It does have a good Christmas feel to it. It's funny. It goes 97 minutes. It doesn't feel like it goes by at a good pace. You didn't need to make it over 2 hours. It's good for the length time. It is. It's very entertaining. It's got a good story. Cousin Eddie, all this chaos happening. It's just funny. It's just a hilarious. It's just National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's a Christmas comedy classic. It is a Christmas. It's a holiday classic. One of the best Christmas films ever made, I would say, in my opinion. Highly recommend it. You know, if you're looking to watch Christmas movies around this time or ever in December, definitely watch this. It is worth it. Trust me. I highly recommend it. But guys, I give National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and Randy Quaid. I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 stars. My rating for this film is 5 out of 5 stars. My favorite vacation movie, a holiday classic, and a thumbs up. So guys, tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation in your opinion? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you agree with me or not? It's fine to share your different opinion. Everybody's got a different opinion. There's nothing wrong with you if you feel different about it. And what is your favorite vacation movie starring Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo? Which one is your favorite? This is my favorite. But what's your favorite of the franchise and what's your least favorite? And how would you rank the vacation movies in your opinion? And also, let me know in the comments down below. What are some of your favorite Christmas movies? Tell me in the comments down below, guys. I want to hear it. And that's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Again, my rating for this film is 5 out of 5 stars and a thumbs up. Alright, guys, I'm done with this review for tonight. Now, tomorrow, maybe I'm going to try because I might be getting a job at FedEx at the warehouse. It's part time seasonal, but, you know, it's really good money in it, so I really want the job. If tomorrow I get lucky, maybe I'll try to do 2 reviews, but for now, I'm going to go back to my superhero marathon. I'm gonna go back to the 2000 reviews. Remember, I'm in the year 2008. And the next superhero review, excuse me, will be Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. So this is the next superhero review that I'm gonna do. Uh, since I'm on the year 2008, this is the next 2008 superhero movie. Last time it was Hancock, and now it's this. I will not review The Dark Knight. I've already reviewed The Dark Knight on my other channel. I will be sharing it on this channel, on the superhero reviews marathons playlist. So you'll see it on there probably tomorrow. Yeah, I promise. But Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. This will be the next one. So stay tuned for that. That stars Ron Perlman, directed by Guillermo del Toro. So, Ron Perlman, Selma Blair, Doug Jones, and Jeffrey Tamer. Yeah. But Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. This is my next review. Stay tuned for that. And just hope you answer my questions in the comments down below. Tell me what you think about this movie, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and Merry Christmas. Ho ho ho. Yeah, and there were three of them. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. Bye. I'm just randomly making a joke. Sorry. Bye. Sorry. Bye bye.